back to a shot of Business Central and a beer. So first and foremost, so we are currently deployed to most Business Central Online environments. We have version 22.2. As we sit here at the end of July, 22.3 has been announced, but most environments have not been updated to that yet. Most of ours, it looks like it's like around August 3rd or so, environments will start being updated. Of course, you can schedule that to be a different point if you so choose. But we've got kind of now a couple updates into version 22, which is our 2023 wave 1 release.
Right.
And we do have some officially, mostly hot fixes and updates and things.
Right, yeah.
But there is a new feature that's being released, which is basically, I don't have the official title of it, but it's basically providing better information for error message.
Yeah, so it's called Fix Errors Yourself with Actionable Error Messages. And
So they're giving you a link to copy the message, some better insights. Certain error messages will have a button on it that will help you, maybe guide you to help you fix the issue yourself.
Yeah, they're just providing what seems like just more information just to help you maybe figure out what's going on if there's an issue, which, there's not too many issues anymore. But also like to point out that Business Central is now in 31 new countries and regions.
Wow.
So I might be wrong, but I think I saw somewhere where they're now in maybe 172 countries.
Yeah, I think actually we'll
astronomical
talk about
number.
this because there's a bunch of new countries they're adding as part of 2023 wave 2.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hit on that, and you're right, it's a lot.
It's a lot of countries, yeah.
Yep.
So you want to keep going with your news? Or you want me to jump in?
No,
All right,
go ahead.
Here's what I got. There are now new attached licenses for Business Central Premium that are available. So Microsoft just launched 2 new attached licenses for BC Premium, and they are Dynamics 365 Sales and Dynamics 365 Customer Service for $20 per application. Before it was, you would have to license like Dynamics 365 Sales Professional for $95 a user because it costs more than the Business Central.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could attach the Business Central license for $20, but now it's the reverse. So I think that's really good. A lot of people who run BC online and even on premises. Well, this pretty much applies to online, but so a lot of people who run BC online, they also use Dynamics 365 Sales and customer engagement. So it's going to help a lot. There's a new Learn module released for Business Central. It came out I believe at the end of June. It's called Work with Service Orders and Dynamics 365 Business Central Training on Microsoft Learn. So you can check that out. There is a new Dynamics 365 community. I feel like there always is every quarter, right? Somewhere along the line. But this community has a specific Business Central forum. We'll link to it in the show notes. And then for me, last but not least, what I have is Business Central Office Hours calls. The next BC Office Hours call is on September 3rd, and it's going to cover the topic of performance troubleshooting tools. Once again, in the show notes, we'll have a register link.
Excellent.
Anything else from you?
Not today. Just a reminder. September Dynamics Community Summit Conference is in Charlotte. So if you're relatively new to Business Central, or you're looking to upgrade maybe from GP or NAV to Business Central, I would highly recommend attending the Summit Conference in Charlotte, North Carolina. Just tons of content sessions, tons of Microsoft representation, and just a great opportunity to talk to other people, to find out what they did, how they're using the system, and look at other apps or solutions available from other partners as well.
Awesome. I wanted to mention one more thing. Microsoft recently launched for another Dynamics 365 product called Microsoft AIM. And so what it is AIM offers organizations a tailored path to move to to move those critical processes to the cloud, right? So they're trying to help everybody, that's on-premise customer for Nav or Business Central. They obviously want to move you to the cloud. I like the idea. They're going to use some AI infused tools to help out. They've got a team of dedicated of migration advisors, expert assessments, investment offers tools, like I said, in migration support. The only thing I don't like is that we tested it out. We went to sign up for whatever. They're only going to so far recommend, I don't know how many partners, but a select partner. So if some random customer who's using Business Central on premise goes on to Microsoft AIM website, signs up, it asks them what their name is, what country they're from, and what their phone number is, I believe.
Yeah.
And that's all that it asks. And you can check a box to say, I want to be contacted by a Microsoft partner. But who is deciding what partners contact who? You know what I mean?
Right.
Are we going to get a notification saying contact somebody? At least it could have been within the radius of, the zip code or whatever. But I guess in today's day and age, that doesn't matter. But I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? It's always kind of, it's released, so now everyone can start to see what it is and figure out how it works,
Yeah.
right?
And we talked about in the past that Microsoft had one partner selected to test some things. I'm not sure if this goes along with it, as this was recently released, maybe at the beginning of this month. And I
Right.
know that was talked about in the past couple months, but maybe it's the same.
Could be, yeah. It's hard
But
to
still,
tell.
yeah, as a partner, we want to know how we can get involved.
Yeah, and they kind of focus that too, not only just on, so that AIM, Microsoft AIM, it's really Microsoft trying to throw their arms around a methodology of how to move companies to a cloud ERP,
Yeah.
right? So you're coming from an on-premise solution, whatever it is, NAV, SL, GP, AX.
Right.
And how do you get to the newest online solution?
Yeah.
And it looks like a potential tools and assessments and things that you can do to help make that decision.
But why not make it partner only then? Where only partners can access it, and your customers and whatnot and new prospects come
Right.
to you, and then you have the access to the tools. Why make it so where customers go on there and get contacted by a random partner?
Right. That's
It's one of the questions that all minds want to know, right?
Yeah.
I put Ken on the spot.
Yeah, I don't know, but ultimately it's that journey, if you will, from your on-premise solution to a cloud online solution is unique for every business, every company, right? I always say, we never do the same thing twice.
Right.
And it's true because we are constantly implementing new software from Microsoft, new features, new functionality, new capabilities.
Yep.
It's at a different company that's of a different size with different people working there and different expectations,
Different extensions.
different
Everything.
apps,
Yep.
different requirements, different integrations, different reporting.
Yep. There's no one size fits all.
Correct.
No matter how hard you try.
There's
no
not
one
even
size
a,
fits
there's
all.
not even, there's barely a 3 size fits all.
Right.
It's a unique process to figure out what those requirements are.
That's
Unless
the beauty of the software, though.
Yeah.
That's what makes it special, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I'll pick on, and I will even pick on, to get off on a little bit of a tangent here. I'll even pick on an industry that's kind of a well-known in our world as a vertical success story for NAV and Business Central, which is wineries, right? There's a winery vertical app for vineyards solution, but I'm not an expert, but I'm going to guess that a small single site vineyard selling 10,000 cases a year has very different requirements than a vineyard that maybe is in multiple countries.
Yeah.
with multiple
Multiple locations, yeah,
varieties,
exactly,
selling 2 million cases a year. Right?
Absolutely.
Significantly different business process requirements
Yeah.
for those two organizations.
Right.
So how, there isn't a single
Yeah.
way to solve that problem.
For the record, the expert claimed to not be an expert.
Hedging, hedging.
Yeah. But
But,
yeah, I agree with you
One
100%.
more update. We may have talked about this last month. I can't remember, but it's worth talking about again, even if we did. And that is the question of what is Microsoft Fabric?
Yeah.
You may be out there if you're looking around on the internet, you're looking for business intelligence or Business Central or something, and it talks about integrating with Microsoft Fabric. What is that? Well, it's a kind of a new brand, if you will. Microsoft says it's an all-in-one analytics solution for enterprises, which kind of indicates larger companies.
Confusing though. What's Power BI then?
Well, that covers everything from data movement to data science, real-time analytics, and business intelligence. So Power BI is one component
Falls into that
of
category.
that. You also have Azure Data Lakes, other SQL like reporting and data analysis services that might be used for data mining and
Yeah.
things like that. So it's the way that Microsoft's kind of laying like an umbrella, I guess, called Fabric over all these products. Kind of like how they had the
Dynamics
Power
365,
Platform
yeah.
or Dynamics 365 with all the different products under that umbrella. Same kind of thing. Fabric is the overlay for all of the data analytics solutions.
Yeah, so Power BI is probably going to move from Power Platform then, huh?
Yeah,
The way it's classified,
yeah,
whatever.
considered as a part of this. Yeah, there's data factory, data engineering, data warehousing, data analytics, Power BI. Those are all kind of components of this. So
Yeah, it definitely screams enterprise.
yeah, and it's kind of like, so for a Business Central customer, right? The real question is which is this really necessary? Is this something that you need? And certainly there are companies out there, I think that definitely could leverage this running Business Central. My guess is based on our experience, the vast majority of Business Central organizations running Business Central, it's probably going to be overkill.
Yeah.
Maybe there's one or two applications for a couple of pieces of this, but Power BI in itself, maybe with a data warehouse where you're combining data together, might be something
Right. It's
beneficial.
probably gonna have an enterprise price tag on it. So, what is it really truly worth the benefit of paying that price? But
Right.
it's all things to look into if you
Yep.
think you need it.
Yeah, so something, it's nice that it's there and it's available. So for those companies that do need that type of power and complexity. But I think for the most part, Business Central customers out there, Power BI, maybe with a data warehouse, probably is all you're gonna need.
Am I the only person having trouble keeping up with all the new Microsoft things? Microsoft Viva, Microsoft AIM. I mean, it's just nonstop.
Yeah, it's
So-
very difficult.
It's a lot. And I think
And you like do this every.
I know. And we recently heard that even Azure, however they say it, is going to change its name.
Right.
So it's just more and more things.
Azure Active Directory
Is going to be
is
called,
gonna
I
be
forgot what it's going to be
called
called.
something else now, right? Yeah.
But it's just it's literally nonstop with and that's a good thing. I mean, it helps with all of their it helps push those stock prices up, you know what I mean? That's what people need. So Azure Active Directory is going to become Microsoft Entra ID.
Entra ID.
I'll be the first one to say it. I scratch my head with a lot of these names, especially with brands established for like Azure or even when they change the name from Nav. Although I think I understand why they switched the name from Nav now. So I do a lot with like Google keywords and forecasting or whatnot. And there's a company that actually is called Nav that eats up a lot of whatever that those impressions and everything. So